Hi everyone, welcome to today's pick a card reading. So today we are going to talk about what we should focus on the last 3 weeks or few weeks of December, depending on when you're watching this. And if you happen to be watching this afterwards, I think there might be a message in here. There definitely is that your spirit guides want you to hear. So you can just take this as like what you need to focus on at this present time you're watching. But I have a feeling, you guys, something is bugging you guys. Oh God, I thought it was it. I just saw a freaking mosquito flying around. We're talking about the last few weeks of the year, meaning December, meaning typically cold everywhere else, but no, not in Florida, but still kind of weird. It's like went up to the light above me. Normally I don't have incense on my altar cloth. And then we have cats. We're supposed to make this a cozy night, Emmy? No, just kidding. But yeah, I get that feeling that there might be something bugging you guys, or maybe you guys are like actually itchy right now. Someone out there, I think it's gonna relate. So yeah, we have 3 piles to choose from. I already picked them and I didn't look at anything yet, but I'm gonna provide some tools for you guys to select how to do so. But I thought before we get into the pick a cards, I could just quickly tell you who I am. I was going to go into like my whole backstory on how I kind of got to doing this tarot stuff, like reading tarot and spirituality and everything like that, because I think maybe you found me through tarot and you're just curious. You could be coming over from my unboxing channel, Kitty's Boxes, or know me in like everyday life. Even myself, I didn't really know how I got to this path. I don't know how it unfolded until I discovered like the divine connection, spirituality, awakening, and all of that. So I think I'm going to do like a whole vlog on that because it's kind of an interesting story that's all of a sudden kind of like made sense to me today. Like it's hard to speak sometimes about like how everything came together, how I got here, because there's like no outside influence, but now I think I could tell the story, and I think a lot of you guys maybe are curious, maybe want to know, so I will do that in a later date, but I just want to tell you, I guess, my name is Kitty. Hi, welcome back, and my background, so I am currently in certification program or tarot school, and I'm actually getting certified to be a professional tarot reader, and it has been such a great experience. Learned so much. It's improved my skills and enhanced my intuition so much. I've been like a lifelong empath and intuitive, but didn't really know most of the time until recently, and kind of blocked it in whatever way possible, unconsciously or consciously. I don't really know yet. And I have been practicing a lot, obviously in school, and I'm studying lectures multiple days a week, study groups and all of that, and I've been doing readings on the side as well. And so my readings are intuitive and I'm also trained. So it's been a really great experience. I have been doing readings on Reddit if you want to check out like reviews or anything like that, but it's been going really well. So in January, I think I'll be like determined like from school and like my credentials and whatever, I'll be more comfortable like charging like a regular rate for private reading. So if you guys are interested in one, right now, send me a message. I'll leave my email down below. But right now it's just like I'll do a quick free reading, like 3 card, yes or no, this or that type spread. But if you want anything like further detail, just donation based, so whatever you have or are wanting to donate, then we could do some more personal readings and get a lot more details, because this is a collective reading today, so we'll still get some details on what we should focus on. I'm not gonna, well, I shouldn't say this, I was gonna say I'm not gonna make this too long per group, but who knows what messages will come up. People's spirit guides have been really chatty, but most of my stuff is online, like typing, and I just type away. So this is kind of new to me. First pick a card reading, but it's not much different. It's just more people, hopefully. So if this resonates, please leave a comment down below. And if this is your first time doing a pick a card reading, so I have 2 ways to show you how to pick, or actually 3 ways. So this will be a great tool too if you're trying to work on your intuition, and this will be a way to see and practice. I know mine, before I even started tarot, actually I don't know if I watched pick a cards before, but anyways, I can tell now whenever I pick a pile, I actually normally go, if I don't see something right away, by looking at the stone or the card or whatever the reader is presenting to pick, I look at the timestamps, which I'll have down below, and numbers are a big thing for me. I speak through angel guides. I actually have some angel dice. We'll roll some later to get further messages from the guides, but that usually is what helps me select piles, and it resonates so well all the time now. Like sometimes certain readers it doesn't, but you find ones that click and those that don't. Like you just like, it's like crazy. Like I'll talk more about my experiences in that vlog I was talking about. So yeah, today we have 3 different groups. So how about we get into it, or else I can just talk to you guys forever. And I know it's probably like weird lighting and everything, but we're doing, it's supposed to be like a cozy nighttime reading because I feel like there's some stress going on. I mean, of course, it's like holiday season and that's like normal, you know, financial stress, family and all of that. But I feel like before this, I feel like tension in my shoulders. So I lit this candle over here for us. It's a lavender candle so we can relax and everything like that because I feel like everyone needs it. And I'm filming this later at night. Normally I wouldn't, but I feel really called to do so. I mean, it's only like 9 p.m., but it's hard to get light in this apartment, and when I do put on lights, mosquitoes appear. So I think someone's bugging you too, like I said, but we'll find out. So you'll pick, and there's no wrong choice, by the way. Like you could even watch all 3 of these and get messages from each one. Like sometimes I'll just have someone's reading on in the background, and when I'm like cleaning or doing whatever I'm doing, and I'll pick up on certain messages during it, or other times I just watch one pile, or I feel called to 2. Whatever you feel is right, nothing's wrong, you know? And yeah, so I'll show you the card. I already kind of filmed that, but I'll show you the card for each group, and then I'll show you the corresponding stone I put with each group. And then also look down below for the timestamp. You can look at those numbers and see if they mean anything to you. And also just to use those timestamps to skip ahead if you're in one of the further groups. So the first group, we have the card here. So these are oracle cards, and this one shows a woman with some cute little animals. And the second group is Sunshine. This is from the Joy Oracle deck. The first card was from the Stress Reduction deck, I believe it's called. Stress Reduction Essentials. So today we'll be doing tarot and some oracle cards and also some angel dice numbers. And then the third group is Gratitude. Pretty heart here. And if you need like time to reflect, by the way, on what group to choose, like you can always pause. But now let's look at some stones to help. Maybe you'll resonate with one of the stones more than the cards. It'll call to you. And the first stone is fluorite. For group 2, we have lemon topaz. In group 3, we have a type of pyrite. I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. Chalcopyrite or chalcopyrite, also known as peacock ore. So again, you can take a moment and pause if you want to meditate on what pile to select. Remember, no choice is wrong. Timestamps are below. And we will now jump into group number 1. So group 1, hi, welcome. So you guys chose this card here, and I get this feeling that you are an animal lover of sorts. You're very kind, and along with this fluorite, I think you may be like intuitive and maybe an animal empath. I know I first started to like realize my empath with like animals. I would feel like everything for them. Like if there was an animal on the side of the road, I would be like devastated. Like I could feel their pain or whatever, you know. But then I realized like, yeah, that just was the first signs of everything else going on. But I think you guys may have some abilities with that. And I think you are definitely kind and love animals. And this card is all about how to like reduce your stress. And if you are feeling stress right now, I feel like it's, you know, a good time to spend with your little furry friends. And if you don't have one, maybe this is a sign like, and you want one, can afford one, have the time to adopt, you should totally adopt a cat, a dog, whatever calls to you. And if you're feeling lonely, especially, I'm feeling like that could be super beneficial. live with my cat Emmy, and she's who I spend like 99.9% of my time with, and I can't imagine not having her. And I love her, and she's somewhere around here all the time. She'll probably make an appearance at some point. But for fluorite, it is all about oh, sorry. I'm so thirsty when I read. So this is all about being grateful for the universe. I was just looking at this card because it has an affirmation. It says, I am grateful to be part of this amazing universe. And I work with fluorite. I love fluorite. And when I say work with, I usually just keep it around me. But you do whatever you want to do. A lot of people meditate with crystals. You don't even have to have this with you. Just, I think these properties might call to you. But it's really helpful at bringing about your intuitive abilities. That's why I got that animal empath. It's also very protective. It clears out negative blockages all around. I just love this. It makes room for abundance, green. I love the green energy here. So I think this few weeks, I'm just assuming, we'll see what comes, not assuming, but I'm getting the feeling that you are going to be focused on maybe some connections like with animals, or maybe it's even loved ones, just trying to find more joy in the little moments, and also maybe working on your intuitive abilities, or just drawing in like more abundance and blocking out the negativity. And also this stone is associated with the zodiac signs Pisces and Capricorn, if that means anything to you. But today we're going to start off with the tarot cards, and I feel like it's even darker now. Sorry, but so I have 3 tarot cards, and when I was shuffling earlier, I'm pretty chatty with my guides, with what spirit I call them, which when I say spirit, it addresses like all guides, spirits, you know, whatever you want to call source, you know, just FYI. But I was asking specifically what we need to know, what group 1 needs to know for the next few weeks. What should they focus on to best navigate their way and move into the new year in a positive note, a better note? What does group 1 need to know right now? So let's see what we got. And this is going to be a 3-card overview spread. Ooh, it looks like we're going to have some endings and new beginnings. Okay. I see that maybe there's someone in your life that isn't really meeting you halfway, like with your emotional needs, and it might be time to cut them off. I just got that right away, because like with the Knight of Cups, this knight is like only focused on what they want, and we're getting it in the reverse position right now. So upright, I mean, it could, maybe he'll meet you halfway, but I feel like, I don't know, this is someone with maybe some emotional baggage that's blocking your connection, and you're feeling kind of like alone here, like the Hanged Man. Maybe you feel like you're like sacrificing yourself like for other people's emotional baggage or whatever's going on, and you're like not really feeling that anymore. Like you want to move into the new year focused on you and not someone else's needs, which I know sounds selfish, but it really isn't. So maybe it could be like a friend, it could be a relationship, and it's just like all one-sided, I'm seeing, and you're just not feeling happy. And I think it's time for you to really sit back. Like the Hanged Man is making me think that you're sacrificing part of your true self for this, and it's just not for what's the cause, you know? And maybe it's just like easy to stay there, but it's making you like hide from life, you know, like not live your true purpose. And I think you're being called by your guides to really think about your relationships right now, in any sense, and consider what is beneficial, what isn't. Like, of course, there's some things we have to do for other people. Of course, that's what relationships are, but it shouldn't be so one-sided, and you shouldn't be feeling unhappy the majority of the time. I know there's rough spots, but like the majority of the time, I'm just seeing an emotional imbalance here, specifically with one person. But I think I'm being told to tell you, like, evaluate all your relationships, because if you don't have to stick around people, like, you know, if they're not doing anything for you, or and even worse, if they're holding you back from like what you want to do. I'm getting this sense here that like you're like, I don't know, and I think you're kind of afraid to leave it. Like you're kind of like hiding from life. It's just like safer to stay. And Spirit's saying no, it's time for new year, new you coming up. So I think the next few weeks, you're going to have to focus on your relationships and finding emotional balance and like focusing on your emotional health and well-being. And yeah, I think you really need to reflect on that and what's holding you back and what you could do about it. Like, you know, don't just sit there and hope things change. It's time to do something about it. And I know the death card seems scary to a lot of people, but I actually like seeing it because good things come, or like there has to be an ending for something good to come. And it can open the doors to like so much new opportunity. And there's like the sun shining in the background right there. And then look, there's like that, it looks similar to the halo. Like you're gonna realize this. I feel like this, you see that right there? I don't think it was originally meant to be a halo, but that's what it looks like now. But it looks like that rising sun here, like after this hard time. And I think it's gonna become so much better for you. And I think these next few weeks, you're realizing that. You have to take the time, you're gonna realize that you deserve better. And yeah, you're an amazing part of the universe, like this affirmation says right there. And I think maybe that's like you like tapping into your intuition. Like you've got this feeling that something's not right with someone or multiple people, and this is your sign from spirit that you have to listen to your gut, and also just like practically like who is not treating you fairly. I just feel like there's emotional imbalance here. It could be that someone is just, like I said earlier, like the majority, like everything's about them. They might just not even be taking your emotions into consideration. That's not fair, especially like, I mean, with any relationship, like friendship or love or any family member too, I'm seeing. They don't even care like if you're upset or whatever. They're just not, it's not balanced, or they're doing things, their actions are making you really upset. And you're done with that. You deserve better, and you know it, and you're realizing that. And this is like a message from spirit to cut out those negative ties, those negative emotions. And some of these might even be self-sabotaging, like things too, like bad habits. I'm seeing it's time to cut bad habits that are making you hide away from life and miss out on good opportunities. I just got that strong, like, I don't know what it is exactly. It could be negative self-talk. It could be like an addictive behavior of any sort. It's time to, yeah, I feel like there's anything that's messing with your emotions, like majorly. I feel like, I think for most people it has to do with people, but I'm also getting that maybe it could be like drinking or spending a lot of money, like retail therapy or something like that. It's time to really reflect on that. Like, is it actually making you feel better, or are you still feeling down the dumps? It's not going to make your relationship better, probably. But yeah, I think the main focus for group 1 here for you is to evaluate your relationships and your emotional state right now and really reflect on it. Take time, because 2 major arcanas here right now are saying like this is going to be a big deal. Like it's not just like everyday type thing, like cutting off, like, you know, I was just going to say something weird, like your favorite like coffee barista. Like, who cuts them off? You still have to get the coffee. I don't know where that came from. But, you know, this is like someone significant, I think. So I shouldn't be laughing. Sorry, I was laughing at my dumb analogy. But this shows me it's something significant, and it's going to bring about positive changes going into the new year. So yeah, stop hiding away from life. Stop being with people that don't treat your emotions fair. Stop engaging in behavior that makes your emotions out of whack, and take care of yourself. And that means how you think about yourself, how you treat yourself too, not just how others treat you. And I feel like you're getting enlightened now, and you're getting in tune with your intuition, and it's all going to come together. I feel it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no more Mr. Jerkface. Do I want to draw more tarot cards? Yeah. Let's see if there's anything else Spirit wants to add to this. I feel like the message was loud and clear to me, but let's see if we can get anything else for group number 1. Spirit, what does group number 1 need to know in addition to this? Can you provide us more details on maybe who this is, even though I think it should be clearly obvious, and you're telling us that they need to reflect on it, I am hearing, I know, but what else can you let us know that group 1 should focus on? What do they need to know? What messages or guidance to focus on in the next... Oh, wow, that was really strong there. Lovers reversed. That doesn't always mean relationships too, but that is confirmation. It's time. That's crazy. I always say that's crazy, but I know it's because, like, you know, that's why we are using the cards right now to get messages across. But it's time to cut off the toxic people. I think it's going to be a relationship for a lot of people, but friendships too. And I think it's going to be really hard if it's family right now, but if the holidays are causing you so much stress. I feel like I'm gonna cry right now. That means someone's really upset right now. That used to happen to me when I was talking to patients in the hospital. I was like a sign, being an empath. But I think you shouldn't be forced to be around people that make you feel like total shit. You know, like, it's okay to say no to family. I know people are like, oh, you can, you know, blood is whatever. It doesn't have to be that way. It is super hard, I know, and stuff, but if this is causing you so much stress, or you're being forced to be with, like, family members that, like, did bad things to you in the past or something, it's okay to cut people off. I'm just getting that. I might just be, like, one person, but it looks like for group 1, you guys definitely are getting, between the Death card and the Knight of Cups, the Lovers reversed. So that is what Spirit is definitely calling you to work on, so you can go into the new year and you'll have all this freedom for new relationships, new friendships, new everything. Oh my gosh. That's pretty damn crazy, you guys. The Tower. It's not going to be fun. This is going to be maybe abrupt, and you weren't expecting to have to end this with them, but this is 4 out of 5 major arcanas, and they're all about endings, which lead to new beginnings, you know, and Lovers reversed. Damn. This is... Spirit's coming loud and clear here, guys. This is what group 1 has to focus on. This is actually the group I thought I chose for myself. You know, I wasn't really, like, thinking about too much, but I'm like, now I'm, like, thinking in my head, I'm like, you know what, there are things like maybe, but I'm not in a relationship or anything like that, but I get it. So this message is for everyone watching this right now. What is not serving you anymore? It is clear that if you want to have a better 2022, Spirit is saying it is time to evaluate this. Maybe it's even like coworkers. It's any sort of, you know, relationship. It doesn't have to be love, like I keep saying, because I know there's single people like me out there somewhere, right? It's gonna end no matter what. I see now with the Tower. Death, like, I mean with death too, but. And I'm really sorry if you go through some pain, but please know it's all for the best. Let's get the Oracle cards now to see what else. We have time to replenish. Yes. I feel like after you end this, you need to probably take some time to do you. It says empty well, time to replenish. And I feel like you are feeling empty. You're not being emotionally fulfilled through this relationship of whatever sorts, that it's connection that needs to end. Like, what is it even a connection if it's, you're empty? You know, no one should feel empty. I know, like, we go through rough times, but this is like, it's a big, long well all the way down. There's no water left. There's no juice left in you. You can't do it anymore. You're done. And it's time to just rest and take care of you and your needs. Wow. And then we have compassion, heart, home. So this could be like self-compassion, like giving yourself some love. Oh my God, there's butterflies on it. I see butterflies, and I see that as a sign of transformation. And I literally, like, when I've been going through my little, like, journey myself, I see butterflies when I go on walks, and they literally, like, one butterfly followed me the whole way. Like, I just get such a strong message from butterflies, and I have a strong message for you that this is going to transform you into something beautiful, and you're gonna feel love again. Like, look at this card. You're gonna be around people after this that show you love and compassion, and yourself. You're gonna feel like at home again. Like, right now you're with someone or have a friend, like, that makes you feel like alone when you're not alone, and that's not okay. So I think after this, maybe this ending, you'll go and see family or friends that actually, like, are compassionate and show you love and make you feel whole again. And maybe not whole, but not empty well. And they're going to fill you up, and you're going to transform, and your heart's going to be swelling. Look at this. Your heart's going to swell with like all this, and you're going to be like, oh my God, this is what it's really supposed to be like. You're not supposed to feel bad. You're not supposed to have your emotions pushed to the side. You're not supposed to feel like no one cares about you, because they do. So show yourself some compassion. Be with people who have compassion. Don't, who you surround yourself with is like you, pretty much. What do they say, the 5 people? I'm like, well, I guess I'm a cat. But anyways, yeah, I think it's really important to take care of yourself, Brown. You're gonna feel so much better after this. I'm want to cry for you. I'm so happy. So you're gonna go from feeling empty to feeling a heart full of like a home and like transformation. It's just so warm. Look at this empty, like look at the cards themselves. This is so beautiful. I love it. So we have 2 more cards. The first one is have faith in your dreams. And there's butterflies here too. And I think, like I said earlier, I think what's best for you. And I think, I said earlier too, I think that might be holding you back from the real you and the real things you want to do. And I think you need to listen to that and then have faith in what you actually want. And maybe this person you're cutting out is cutting down your dreams, saying like, you can never do that. Like, why would you want to do that? No, cut that out. You do you, and you're gonna freaking love it. You're gonna blossom. You're gonna be oh my God, I'm loving this. And then don't let the past hold you back. Yes, once you cut this tie out, it's time to just cut it out and move on. Don't dwell on it. Don't repeat the same patterns with relationships you use bad. Like, when I look back on things, I mean, it takes some time to get to this point, but it's like a learning experience. You don't like regret things. You learn from it so you can grow, and don't let it affect you anymore. You have a better life. You can only get better. You might feel like you're at the lowest point when you like end this. It's going to feel really shitty. The tower's like, you're not going to feel good. Of course, even if you know it's the right thing to do, it doesn't feel good. It's hard. And don't let it hold you back. Like, let this be a transformation. Don't just, don't go back to this same thing. I think that's what it is. And also, don't limit yourself to these beliefs this person was telling you. I feel like there's you were being told that you can't do certain things, or you can't wear certain things. You're not capable of things. You are. And don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. And after this change, you're going to be free. Like in 2022, you are going to thrive, and you just need to remember you're not the past. You create the future. You can manifest the life you desire. I find that you are gifted, and I think you're going to be able to transform and manifest whatever you want. So, oh my God, is there another little bug here? Sorry. And this person's been bugging you. That's it. It was just this little like gnat or something else. That someone's bugging you, and that's that person. They gotta go. They gotta go. So we have some cards here, the stress reduction. So obviously this person's bugging you. There's some stress going on, whatever. And so the first one was time with animals. And we already talked about that, but let's see what it says. It talks about self-care practices here, which I think is definitely important for you guys, especially during this transitional time and endings. And I think I think your heart's hurting, and I'm so sorry. But it says time with our beloved animals is such a gift. Animals are empathic and unconditional lovers. They'll show you compassion all day, every day. They can be brats sometimes, but it's okay. They care for us when we are unwell and cheer us up every day with their presence. Spending time with animals has been shown to improve mood and awareness. And then it tells you a self-care practice. I feel like I'm like this because the camera setting. Sorry, I know this is probably like pretty crappy, but I hope everything else, the content and the messages from Spirit are. I know they aren't if you're listening. And it's giving you some ways to, like, just hang out with your pet for 10 minutes, pet it, love your pet, and watch how much character and self-esteem this beautiful creature has. My little beautiful creature is scratching her little toy there. Hi, baby, come here. We're talking about you. And then it asks you, are you in the moment? And can I be more in the moment? Hi, baby girl. And then I have 2 other cards here. So actually, they had misprints for this, so I had to grab another card. Like the animal card is on this. So another thing they talk about is taking baths. That could be good. And remember I was talking about tension earlier? If you guys watched the intro, I think that maybe that's this group or all the groups, but we all know the amazing benefits of a hot bubble bath. Yeah, it'll soothe your muscles, ease tension, and that's a form of self-care, self-compassion. Like, treat yourself to a nice bath if you're into that. If you're not, like, I'm more of a shower girl, but you can still make showers like nice, put on some music or podcasts, whatever you like. You do what you like now. You don't have to do what this other person likes or be told not to do what you want. And you're also being encouraged to exercise and move. So this will be a perfect medicine of all sorts of stressors. It gets the body up and moving and has a myriad of health benefits. Yeah, I feel like all this stress maybe has been putting you down, and also when you're transforming, maybe this will get you out into the world and like meet new people, doing things just like a walk even, or at home. I don't know where you're from or what the temperature is like, but I think walks are the easiest way for me. I can't do workouts that like feel like work. Oh, sorry. I mean, maybe you'll have a dog and take it for a walk, and then you can do 2 in 1. But moving your body, I'm hearing, will help you, your mind and your spirit during this. So let's get an angel dice number. I almost forgot. I was going to say that's all I have for you guys, but we're going to roll dice, and you guys can look up this number at home. I'll look it up too. I think my phone's around. But everyone gets like different messages sometimes, because we use like different browsers and search history or whatever. And we get different messages sometimes, so I think you can get one directly from your guides. And we have 1917. Maybe that means something, but let me look. Oh, I should have said that in the intro. I'll put angel numbers below too, people can choose from. So let's see what angel number 1917 is. Sounds like a year. Well, I mean, so this is a cue from the divine forces that you will feel your greatness through the pain you face daily in your life. Yes. So don't feel bad that you've been stuck in this, well, probably stuck for a while in this situation, this relationship, this friendship, whatever it is, family thing. Don't feel bad that it took you so long to leave. Take it as you're growing. Like, all that bad stuff you went through is going to make you stronger and better. Yes. Live your life with courage, truth, and integrity, and act as a positive example for others. Yeah, I just got this message right now that maybe you have kids around the house, and do you want them to think that's how they should be treated when they get older? I mean, I don't know who this applies to. I'm not judging or anything like that, but I think maybe it could just be like anyone around you. But think about that. Like, maybe that relates. And could help you get the courage to cut things off with this person that's not making you feel good. It suggests that endings and closures will be taking place in your life in the near future. You guys, I swear, like, my angel numbers usually confirm the spread, even though I was true, but there's usually angel numbers are pretty positive. I mean, there's still positive messages throughout this, of course, but this says 1917 suggests that endings and closures will be taking place in your life in the near future, if not already. So, I mean, the Tower said it was imminent in the death card. So, I wish you the best, you guys. I know it's going to be a tough time, but you are going to just love the person. You become the person you truly are. And I'm really proud of you for taking the step and realizing, because I think you guys have already realized that you deserve to be happier, and you will be. So that's what I have for you, Group 1. I hope this resonated. Please let me know if it did. And also, if you got a different message from 1917, please leave it in the comments for others to read and me as well. But have a lovely day or night, and I will see you super soon. Bye. Hello, Group 2. Sorry if it's way darker and weird lighting. We're just working with what we got, and it's the messages that count. So my Group 2 people, I see that changes you need to make or are already thinking about making are all about bringing more positivity into your life and your mindset, more joy. And I could see this through the fact that you chose the Sunshine, Joy card, and Lemon Topaz. So Lemon Topaz is all about welcoming positivity into your life. That's actually the affirmation that goes along with this stone that I have here. And it helps you overcome any limitations. And I see this as like negativity that may be in your life. And also, this is a great stone at manifesting. So I feel like you're already getting or are at that positive mindset, or you will be, and this will allow you to like bring in abundance and visualize what you want and bring in what you want. Manifestation, I'm just getting those vibes. I'm getting that you might have some creative thing coming up, and yeah, this is like a great stone. I love all like green type stones in general because I'm all about manifestation and abundance right now. I'm trying to bring it into my life. I keep saying that in videos, but try to let you know what my personal intentions are right now, but this is one of my favorite stones right now. So maybe this will help you bring in the life you want. And this aligns with the solar plexus and zodiac signs Leo, Pisces, and Sagittarius for those that may relate to. So we will read your oracle cards later. I have 3 cards here. I have not looked at yet, but when I was shuffling earlier, I asked Spirit, what does group 2 need to know for the next few weeks, specifically if you're watching this in real time, the next few weeks in December before the last few weeks of 2021, so they can go into 2022 better, more wise, whatever they need to know to navigate these next few weeks, and what messages your guides want to tell you. There's a strong message in group number 2, so I don't know, I just have this feeling like 2022 is going to bring about like big changes. Like I think big changes are already starting. Maybe it was like the eclipse season or something, but I feel like there's action needed now for us to like go into this year and dominate. Like it has to get better, right? And it will. I just have this feeling, and it looks like you are feeling that way too, because you're like, yes, bring it on. Like bring on the positivity. And if you're not feeling that right now, I have a good feeling you will be. So maybe you're feeling like, I'm not feeling good today, but I think this is a good sign of you opening up that positivity, for opening up to abundance. And I know when you're down, it's really hard to even think about positivity and stuff like that. So, you're like, pfft, but it's coming for you. So let's see what our tarot cards say. Then we'll get into oracle cards, and we'll probably we will draw some like clarification cards to get more information. And we'll do an angel number. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna get a lot of messages from your guides. So let's get started. So we have the Emperor reversed, 6 of Coins reversed, and the Moon. Oh, wow. Right away, I just got this feeling that there was like some kind of deception, and maybe someone has been taken advantage of financially or scammed and feel like they've kind of been taken down. Well, if that's the case, I'm really sorry. So we have the Emperor reversed, which I see as like, maybe it's a bad like parental figure that you're having to deal with coming up in the holidays, which you don't have to do anything you don't want to do, by the way. I just feel the need to say that right now. Like someone that's like kind of a dictator or just tyrant kind of vibes. Like they think they're like the ultimate leader. Like they're like, I was going to compare it to a real person, but I shouldn't. They don't care what you have to say. It's their way or the highway type of person. And the 6 of Coins reversed is someone, maybe they're like withholding something from you. Yeah, it could be a scam. Like maybe they're acting like they're some charitable person, but they're taking money and gifts from people that need it instead of sharing and being a human that contributes to society. And then the Moon, there's like this, in my everyday life, I think of the moon as a beautiful thing. I like live my life by the moon. It's really positive, but like in tarot, I see it more as like deception, but also sometimes it could be like just things that there's so many, but I'm just getting this really deceptive vibe right now. And I think in the next few weeks, you might realize that someone's been deceiving you, maybe financially, or screwing you, or I don't know. Let me look at this. And this is, I think you might find out that someone in your life is not as good of a person as you thought they were, and you're going to realize this, and it's gonna suck. I feel like there's gonna be some kind of loss, maybe even separation from this person if it is something like that. But once you realize this, you're gonna realize that you deserve better and need to cut them off so you can welcome that positivity into your life. But there's some sort of imbalance here, maybe. Like, I feel like sometimes when I look at the 6 of Coins, there's a balance in his hand, a scale, and I feel like there's, with this Emperor, like how I was saying, like the imbalance of power. Like, I feel like someone's been trying to like empower your life. Maybe it's even like some jerk boss and you're not getting like the raise you need or getting any recognition for your work or any like your promotions like you think you deserve, and you're just like feeling deceived and like done with it. And that could be for some of you, but there's definitely feeling like imbalance of power here. There could be some deception. It could also even be some signs of addiction. Like when I look at the Six of Coins, sometimes I see that there's like a distribution of pills, like, or like, you know, drugs. I'm not saying that has to relate to everyone watching this right now, but with the Moon and the Emperor reverse, like maybe that has caused some people to kind of like get like some anger issues, or maybe lose their like high position or something like that. Like they used to be like someone people considered like a good citizen, or like the emperor, like in charge, like ambitious, have it all going on, and then they, you know, maybe this bad behavior, maybe it's gambling, maybe it's alcohol, drinking, something makes them lose that. And if this is you, I think this is a sign that it's time to cut out any behaviors or any addictions or any people that are having these behaviors, or like treating you like like a jerk, and maybe even taking money for you. Like maybe for some of you, this could be like someone in your life that is just expects you to pay for everything, do everything, and they're just not doing it in return. Like, you know, they for some reason they're like up on this high horse that they deserve it, and you should be like lucky to work for them. Like, F that, no. But yeah, this is some negative energy. I'm sorry guys if you're going through something shitty, or not feeling very well, or maybe you're just like, it sometimes can mean like maybe there's some mental illness going on, and I mean like that could mean like anything. And like, oh, I have anxiety. I probably have even more than that. I don't know, but like, you know, I'm not putting anyone down, by the way. I just want to say that. And this like whatever it is that like anxiety, depression. I mean, life's been hard the past 2 years, 2 years now. It's great. Like, you know, it's kind of hard not to have some effect from that. Maybe there's like some big financial loss because of this. Now you're like really down. Maybe you feel like no one understands you or something, and maybe you feel like this, like anxiety, whatever's holding you back, this, maybe it's just a negative thought process, but it's holding you back from getting the job you want, from the money you want, from the respect you want, like just from, like you feel like people don't respect you, you feel like people don't take you seriously, or maybe you feel like you're always having to like ask for money or help from your parents or something like that. But we're being called here definitely to, if it is our behaviors that are self-sabotaging us in some way, or we're the ones deceiving other people, that behavior has to stop. And if you are being deceived by other people, they need to be cut off. And I think that's going to be revealed in the next few weeks. And this could go either way. Like I said, maybe you're doing things to people and they're doing it back, because it's kind of a cycle sometimes, the karma you put out there. But it's Spirit's saying it's time to cut out this. I feel like it's internal or external, like it could be these thoughts. And maybe it's time to, like, if you feel like, you know, your anxiety or depression or whatever it is really holding you back, and maybe is leading to addiction issues, or maybe like making you feel like you're like powerless or something like that. Like you aren't. You have options. If you're not already like seeing someone for help or talking to someone, or you this is the message to take action and do so. Or like if you don't have money, there is I recommend looking at the book. I haven't read every page yet, but like I've started to, and it was like serious. Like the first few chapters, I was like crying. Like it was effective. Like, oh my God, like almost too much so, but like in a good way. Like you have to do the work to get better. That's pretty much what the name is, How to Do the Work. And that's what, like $17 or something on Amazon. So I'll link that down below, because it's fucking stupid. And like, or at least where I live, you guys, and I think a lot of places like you can't get mental health care easily, or maybe it's you need some help with an addictive behavior. And if you're like listening to this and you don't relate to that addictive behavior at all, it doesn't always have to be drugs or alcohol or anything like that. It could be your shopping habits. It could be gambling. It could be maybe even just like you giving to these people that have, like letting this tyrant run your life and stuff like that. That's not really an addiction, but maybe you have patterns that need to be broken, and people walk all over you and you feel deceived. But I feel like something's coming to the light and it needs to be addressed in order for you to go into 2022 in a better light. So I think it's time to listen to your intuition. If you need help, ask for it. There's I'll leave resources down below. Like I said, even if you can't, there's really no excuse. In the end, I know we can come up with a million. I've been there, but you're not alone no matter what you think too. So yeah, I'm seeing there's definitely an imbalance going on that's leading to like not being the type of person you want to be, or being like you're putting yourself in situations where someone else is dictating your life and not you. And I feel like it's time to overcome that, and you're starting to see the light a little bit. Like the moon isn't as bright as the sun, but it's still guiding your way a little bit, I'm seeing, and it's kind of making you feel uneasy, but it's the right path to take. And I hope that's resonating with you guys, because I'm getting that like pretty strongly. I think there's some changes that need to be made regarding that, and I think what it is if this is you. And again, I know this is a collective reading, so it could be different for each person, but I think overall, I've been repetitive. How about we draw some clarifying cards? But yeah, definitely need to cut out these toxic habits, toxic people, make our life more balanced in general. I'm getting here like a message to declutter too. I don't know. That card wanted to come out. Queen of Cups reversed. Maybe this is, actually what this probably represents is an emotional imbalance. And I mean, it happens to me, it happens all of it, but like I think that's what you need to work on. A lot of you is you might just feel totally unbalanced right now, especially maybe you're being triggered by the holidays, or like, like, oh my God, the year's coming to a close and I feel like I'm not anywhere where I want to be. I'm not the emperor, I don't have any money or whatever, like, and maybe that's just leading to destructive behavior and you're all in your head about it, and it's time to do something about that, like either if you don't want to go to the doctor, at least like go like practice mindfulness. Don't cut out like toxic self-talk and stuff like that. Don't rely on substances that are holding you back. Even though I know it's like easy, it makes you feel better, like that's not the way to go. You'll never move up to the emperor status that you want, and it's really time to look inside. And I think the moon is showing me that it's coming to light what needs to change, and it needs to be balanced, and it's okay if you need help. I encourage you to ask for help. Just talking about it. You can even talk to strangers on the internet and it'll be so helpful. Maybe it's just a rough time and this is your cue to like take some days off work for your self-care. Like, I don't remember who I was listening to, but they were saying like if you feel mentally unwell that's like physically affecting you, that you need to take a sick day. Like, you can say whatever you want. You have all these things to do. It doesn't matter. Nothing's going to get done if you're not well. Like, nothing's going to get done well if you're not well. And this is a time to look inside and see what you need and realize, like, it's okay to have issues, but just recognizing them is a huge first step and the way to take action and improve that. So yeah, I'm seeing this emotional imbalance for sure here. And I'm sorry that you're feeling that way, but just know that this is what it gets better now. Acknowledging it and finding help, doing what you gotta do. You know what's going on. And now it's time to upgrade your life and welcome more positive things. You deserve it, no matter what you think. I feel like some people think they don't. Oh yeah, I feel like you guys are feeling really down right now. Maybe you're feeling like maybe this emotional imbalance is due to heartbreak. Like, this could be so many things, but I'm getting it could be like maybe you're so hurt by someone that's treating you terrible. Maybe a relationship ended. Maybe that has led you to this. Of course you feel emotional when things like this happen, but maybe it led you down a road, self-medicating or something like that. Maybe you actually have some health issues going on and you feel like you can't really work or do much and you feel like it's just really weighing in down on your emotions. And yeah, this is definitely telling me too, your emotions are sad no matter what it is. And I think it's definitely time to make changes to improve it. I know it's hard, and I know maybe you're like, oh, well, like, you know, but I have this heart, whatever. I don't know why I'm getting that. Maybe you had like back surgery or something like that, like something. Maybe you were scammed and backstabbed and you are just defeated by, like, you know, like someone you thought was close to you scammed you, stole money from you. You thought they were a good person, they weren't, and you feel so deceived and you're heartbroken, so emotional. And I'm so sorry, that sucks, but now you can cut out that negativity, recognize that behavior in the future, and then it shouldn't happen again. You'll be able to recognize people that are bad and realize your self-worth and have better things come to you. Yeah. I'm sorry. I think a lot of you, is that too. I'm getting a mix of that, and that could lead, don't let that lead to worse things. Learn from the bad. And this lemon topaz says it will help attract people into your life at the exact times they are needed. I didn't even read that part at first. It will allow you to overcome those imposed limitations, helping to recognize your abilities and move forward with generosity and an open heart. No more of this. You're gonna finish off cut ties with whatever is going on. At least, I mean, if it's a person, you really should cut that off, and work on yourself. And you're gonna, I think once you reach out, once you recognize that you need someone in your life, either a friend, professional, whatever, that once you realize that they're gonna come, you're gonna find them. You need to take action too, but it's gonna help you attract the right people, right things, and your life is going to be so much better in 2022. I'm sorry, it seems like it's really rough right now. Let's get some oracle cards, but I see this as a huge stepping stone, like, to a better life. Oh my gosh, for sure. So we have here reconciliations. Oh my gosh, so helping to attract people into your life. I think you might reach out to an old friend, maybe a family member you haven't talked to in a while, but I think this ending this rough time you're going through right now, this heartbreak, this emotional stuff you're going through right now, if you're like, who can I reach out to? This is saying that there's someone from your past. Reach out to a friend, reach out to family, even if you haven't talked to them for a while, they're gonna be there for you. That's a sign along with this. Attracting people at the exact time. This is showing you something. It says the number 59, if that means anything to you. And then, oh my gosh, and then it says gathering around the power of community. This is great. This is showing you that you are not alone. You have people here. You're going to reconcile with other people, and you have the community online. I mean, I pretty much have all my friends online. Like, you're part of my community now, I hope. Like, I hope you stick around. I'll chat with you. We'll help each other. We can provide resources. And I have fairies on here and butterflies. Like, doing this is going to transform you. Once you realize you're not alone, and then, like, people love you too, like, and you'll feel so much better about yourself. You'll realize you deserve better. You'll, like, have self-worth again. It's gonna transform you. You're not alone. You're gonna welcome changes into your life, positive changes, positive people, and then just all the other positive things will roll in 2022. Wow, that really, like, hit home with the last message. Let's see what else we have for oracle cards. Work through your fears. I know it's always really scary just to take the first step, and that's a reminder that you've got this. And then we have prosperity lies ahead as the last oracle card. I mean, we have some, like, joy cards, but that is so great. Prosperity lies ahead. Once you get this is the time. Cut off all the things we've been talking about. Work through your fears. I know it's scary to reach out for help, but work through that fear. Reach out to people, do what you gotta do, and prosperity lies ahead. And then for the joy deck we have, this was in the last group. I'm like, I said this, but there's some ways to experience joy. And I think you chose this deck because you need more joy and love in your life for sure. You're feeling bad, and I'm sorry about that, but it's suggesting that you go for a leisurely walk. daydream. Yeah, the possibilities are endless for you. I know you might not believe it right now, but what do you want to do with your life? Lemon topaz again is like, once you cut off all these bad things, you're going to have such room for good, and you are going to be able to manifest it. And that positive attitude you're going to get is going to be so helpful. And then you're going to breathe joy deep into your belly. So this is suggesting to do some breath work. I need to take a sip of water. I was going to say let's do a breath together. But I suggest like the 4, like breathing in for 4, holding for 4, and releasing. And when you're feeling anxious or anything like that, that will be really helpful. And now you can just imagine you're breathing in the joy and like releasing the negativity, and that will be like super helpful. I should have been just sitting further back. I've been like this whole time. God, I'm not the smartest sometimes, but that's okay. So that was it for you guys. Oh no, it's not it. We have an angel number now. I'm gonna roll this dice, and I always recommend you guys look up the angel number 2, because this will it will get a direct message from your spirit guides directly to you that may be different from what I am gonna read. Oh my gosh. Guess what your number is? 11. New beginnings. Good luck is on your side. Your spirit guides are making it loud and clear. Nothing to be afraid about. I've never rolled 11 before. Like the last number was 1916, like a bigger number. Like these dice go like up to 20 on each side or something. 11 is why am I blanking on the word? It's like a major number. I'm thinking of major arcana right now. A master number. Like it is powerful. It's about new beginnings. It's about like it's like, oh my god, like the moon is showing like 2 towers here. And it's like 2 ones, and it's like showing you the path is ahead of you know, like, you know, the doors are opening, the path to the future you want just is here. It lies ahead. You've got this. You can see the light now, and you're going to go in the right direction, and your spirit guides got you, and a new amazing beginning full of prosperity and positivity is coming to you. You just have to take these hard, difficult steps and move ahead, work through your fears, cut off the bad, you know, all the jazz we talked about earlier, and know that your spirit team is with you right now. That's great. 11 on this day. Oh my gosh. Oh. Well, I wish you guys the best. I know it's a difficult time. I was going to say, like, what does 11 mean to you? Because usually these numbers are like, I don't know, let me look it up. But personally, like, if any of this resonated too, please let me know. And if you need help or anything like that, let's become a community that helps each other out in the comments here. We can be each other's friends. Maybe we can like make a forum somewhere else too or something. And also, what does 11 mean to you? Let us know. And I really hope you have a real positive rest of the year, at least 2022. I know it's going to be tough, but you've got this, and I can like feel it coming in. The butterflies, the transformation, the positivity. 11, I'm so excited for you, even though I know you're hurting. It's going to be better. It's going to get better for you. And I don't sugarcoat. Like I told you guys, I'm like, I see addictions, or, you know, so if you got to do the work, and then once you do it, it's going to get better. And you got a whole team behind you, I see, so go for it, and I will see you super soon. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Sorry, I'm trying to, actually I think the lighting's a little bit better now, but you're a little bit. Bear with me. You guys, we had some powerful messages in the first 2 groups, so if you felt some calling to one of those, I suggest you watch that next, but not yet. So my chalcopyrite group, you guys chose this fun stone here. So this stone it is like a different form of pyrite, apparently. Pyrite is also called fool's gold. So I feel like you guys might be focused on bringing more prosperity into your life, and also maybe in a creative way. I think that's what this is all about. Let's read it right here. Yeah, it's a stone of creativity, self-worth, and innovation. I am filled with the infinite healing energy of the universe. Use it to find new friendships as well as lost items. That's awesome. Maybe you're looking to do that too, and maybe you'll find friendship through creative endeavors. And this is supposed to help you deal with fears. So maybe you're like afraid to get out there and meet new people. Like, I mean, I am. I totally need to do more things like that. I get it. but it's known to remove energy blockages, increase self-confidence, and promote calm, and it aligns with the crown chakra and the signs Taurus and Capricorn, if that relates to some of you. So I think maybe you're working on that, but we will see from the cards. And also you took the gratitude deck, which we'll get to in a little bit. So I am seeing here that if you're having any blockages or feelings that are negative right now, actually no matter what is going on, you could be like the happiest person. If you're not already doing so, I definitely encourage you to practice gratitude daily. Like, it will help you see like the little things in life are not so little, and they make every day so much better. Like, I like to do like a list of 10 things every day, at least in my mind, but I like writing things down and just like what you're grateful for, and start your day off that way. And it's also good to end your day that way. I sometimes forget that way, but for me, it's really powerful because I usually go to bed happy. I usually don't want to go to bed. I want to like stay awake and do whatever I'm doing. But just thinking about things, like I'll be like, oh, I'm really grateful for my cat Annie, who's right by me right now. I'm grateful for this coffee I'm drinking, like, you know, like, or it could be like, I love my kid, I love whatever, you know, just, and it'll just get your mind in that like happy place. So I think I know Spirit is calling you to start practicing gratitude if you're not already. And I think, yeah, you've got some heart healing to do maybe. Maybe there's been some emotional pain here, feeling lonely, but let's get our tarot cards. And I feel like I had to just change my battery for this last group here for you, group 3. So everything's kind of looking a little different, but it wasn't looking that great to begin with. But anyways, we're going to start off with a 3-card tarot spread. So earlier when I was shuffling, I was asking Spirit, group 3, or Spirit, what does group 3 need to know? What should they focus on for the remaining weeks of 2021? Or if you're watching this at a different time, the upcoming weeks ahead, so they can best navigate this and go into the new year better. Like, what messages do they need? What guidance? What can you provide right now that group 3 needs to hear? And what should they focus on? What do they need to change or do in the upcoming weeks? Thank you, Spirit, for your messages. And we're going to get 3 cards here, and then we will clarify anything we have to. And I'll draw some more cards to get more information. Then we have Oracle card. We'll roll some angel dice, and we're going to get a lot of messages from Spirit. It's been a chatty, fun time. Not fun. I mean, some things are hard that you have to work for, but we're getting a lot of messages today, so I'm excited to see what we have for you. So we have the Hermit reversed. Wow, there's been a lot of major cards today. The 10 of Coins reversed and Queen of Pentacles. So I wonder if some people are feeling I'm sure I think some of you are feeling some financial pressures or stress maybe this holiday season. The Hermit reversed makes me think that you just might really be feeling alone right now. Like, I know the Hermit like itself seems like, you know, a hermit, but usually like when it's in an upright position, I think of someone that is like alone because they're choosing to be, like they're like studying or like it's seeking wise counsel. They're like studious in some way. They're like the wise, like, you know, like, I don't know why I always want to say Dumbledore, but like, whatever, like someone like that, that's like, you know, so they're choosing to be alone. They're like studying, they're doing whatever they're doing to like find the light, whatever. But when it's reversed, it could either, to me, it can mean that someone is like hiding from life in a way or feeling like they're all alone, or it can mean like the opposite, being like hyper social to hide from the real problems. But I'm kind of getting that someone's feeling, like maybe it's multiple of you, is feeling like secluded and possibly from family, maybe even like a mother figure or something like that. But the 10 of Coins reverse is like family issues I see going on. And maybe that is leading you to being alone this holiday, or even if you're with other people, you're not feeling very happy. Yeah, I'm seeing here that there's definitely some family stuff going on, which makes sense with the holidays. And I think that you might be hiding from the actual problems, and you're being called to do some like meditation, introspection, and realize like contemplate like what's going on, what's the real issue, like why am I really so angry because of this family thing, or like, you know, this, whatever it is, you're, you know, sometimes things just like piss you off and you're like, why did I get so mad then? You realize there's like something underlying that. I think maybe this is also calling you to do some like, I don't know, it just came to me, you know, like inner child work or something. Like maybe something happened with family in the past, and each holiday season it kind of, oh man, I'm like getting nervous thinking about that. I think this might be one of you, like something with family in the past just really traumatized you in some way. I don't know exactly what it is, but like things when you're a kid affect you. Like no matter how small or large it is, it just changed your outlook on things and made things difficult for you, and makes you act a certain way. Like maybe you're hypersocial. Maybe you don't go out much because every time you try to do things like with your family, they would just like put you down and be like, why are you doing that? Like you're stupid, whatever. Like just put you down like whenever you try to express yourself or something like that. And maybe around this time of year, you're being reminded of that. But you're definitely being called to look at your social life for sure, and your family structure, and being called to nurture yourself and reach out to others who are nurturing and not the ones that make you feel bad. Yeah, that totally resonates actually with the healing energy that's coming from the stone you chose. That I think right now you guys are feeling kind of alone, and I think you're afraid to face certain fears or certain reality about situations, and it's time to either stop hiding from it or stop doing things to avoid acknowledging it, like staying so busy that you don't even have time to think of it. Like that's how I was before. I used to work all the time. Sorry, I need some water. And then other times I like just seclude myself. I'm like, yeah, you go to one extreme, and I'm seeing that there might be both forms here. And you're being called to evaluate what you're hiding from, first of all. And I think it relates to your family and maybe finances. Like maybe you've been hyper spending or something like that, and not realizing like, oh my gosh, I should be really taking more control over this financial problem or this family problem. I see both family and money issues, and maybe both it relates to. And you really need to figure out what the cause of this is, why you act a certain way, because it's more than what meets the surface. Like there's something, like you need to dig deep, do some shadow work, I'm seeing. Yeah, the Hermit makes me think that too, like he's in the dark, but he's like looking at this light. I think you're avoiding doing the shadow work you need to do to grow. Same, you know, I'm working on it. It's I'm like saying that in like every group. I'm like, me too. I'm like, am I reading to myself? Like, kind of, but you're avoiding doing the shadow work you need to do, and I think it may relate to your family, or it's contributing to problems that you're having right now with family issues, how your relationships are in general, your spending habits, your like relationship to things. Like I'm seeing, like maybe something happened in the past that's making you really like clingy to things, or like, you know, like I'm not saying you're a hoarder, but maybe there's like something like their spending habits. Like maybe you, like when you were younger, like you felt like all you got was like this present here, like gifts or something like that. So now you're like feel validated that way. There's something like that. There's some video, I think I actually watched one last night on inner child work, and it like shows like different signs of it, like because sometimes you don't realize like why you act the way you do, or you can realize that it's not the not right way to act. You might push people away, the Hermit, and not have this family structure because you have issues from the past and I can't tell you what they are because I don't think you even know what exactly they are, but you need to do some shadow work and realize, why do you push people away, or why are you this way? Why don't I have any solid friendships or relationships? Is it some, like, you know, is there a pattern going on? Is there something I could change? And like inner child work I think the hardest part is kind of figuring out what happened, like what's going on, and then you have to kind of be your own parent. Well, first just give your little child a hug. That's what I did, and it sounds silly, and I just did it too. But it was just like, when I look back at my little kid self, I was just so lonely and like sad, and like, you know, I don't know. I was like, you know what? And I think I was reading something like, what would you do like if you could like give them advice or do something, like I'd give her a hug and be like, you're not alone, or something like that. So maybe that resonates with someone, like, oh, I want to cry, little me. So, so maybe you just go back. Maybe you felt isolated from your family, like you didn't have anyone, like you didn't have this mother figure. Like if I see this Queen of Pentacles here as you like nurturing your soul and maybe seeking like a figure in your life, your mother or like someone that makes you feel good. But I'm kind of seeing like you got to take care of yourself first, and then you're going to be able to meet friends and everything like that. Once you love yourself, you'll realize how capable of being loved you are. Wow, there's like some deep messages for all the groups today, but it's so true. Like once you do this healing work, oh, I want to cry for some reason. You're going to feel so much better, but it's going to be hurtful for a long time. I'm like starting to cry. I was just thinking, I don't even know what exactly it's about. That means one of you guys might be feeling bad right now. I'm really sorry if you are, but that's kind of part of the work, you know? So why are you feeling so alone? Why don't you have this family that you always wanted? Why don't you have this friendship you always wanted? Why don't you have the money, the job? I think you might be thinking about all the things you don't have instead of what you have. And I think it's time to start thinking about why you don't have what you don't have and how you can get it. Instead of just thinking about, oh, that could never happen to me, or all this negative thing. Like you need to, you know, if you want something, you have to do it. But I think you got to do the inner work. I'm saying like with the Hermit, like you need to look inside, do that shadow work, and figure out why your dynamics are this way, and nurture your soul, nurture yourself, love yourself. You have to be your own like mom in a way. Someone has to. And I just feel like, you know, hug that little kid that needed it. And whatever is causing you to have like financial problems or something, or falling out with your family, like sometimes I think it's more financial. Like maybe just evaluate like are your habits based on something from the past, and maybe think about how you can plan better with that, and realize that buying things and doing like stuff like that, material possessions, aren't ultimately going to bring happiness. And you'll realize that you want, I think you already did realize that you want more meaningful relationships in your life. So maybe like you're either the version of the Hermit, like you're isolating yourself in some way, or just pushing people away, or you're that hypersocial person, but really you don't have any real relationships, even though you're going out all the time or something like that. But you're realizing that, and it might be leading to like this expending things. I'm just getting that, and you're realizing that these material things, these other things, like they're just not what matters at the end of the day. Like maybe like this whole like pandemic's made you think like, I don't want to die alone or something, like, you know, like, sorry, that sounds really morbid, but like, you know, you're realizing you want more, and you have to realize and work on what patterns have brought you to where you are, and don't beat yourself up about it. That's not going to help anything. You gotta realize it's not, you know, there's some things that happened to us in the past, or that we're exposed to, that maybe we were just like around people that were negative or something, and we just have to break the chain, break the patterns of behavior that prevented us from being in the life we wanted. You have to love yourself before you can get love from anyone else. And I think this will make doing all this work, you'll bring in so many good friends. Even if you don't feel like you have family, or you have to cut family off because of whatever reason, family doesn't have to be blood. And I think once you realize this stuff and do this work, you're going to realize how amazing you are, and then people will be drawn to you. They might already be, but you're not realizing it, or you're so wrapped up in whatever's going on with you, and you're not open to being loved or being in a loving friendship, whatever it is. Or maybe you have a pattern of being with people that don't treat you the way you do, but you need to be loved right now. You need to take care of yourself. I'm getting with this Queen of Pentacles, with all of this. So I think you need to do what's best for you. Face your fears, like this says, it goes with it, and like your self-esteem issues, and this, yeah, meditation's like pretty much always recommended, it seems, but I think you're definitely being called to do that. Might help you. There's like some guided meditation for inner child work, actually. You can just look up on YouTube. I've done it before, and one of them I started crying, and I didn't know why. I didn't even know what happened, but I was like, whoa, I have some stuff to do. So I encourage you to do that if that hit home with you. Wow, I didn't even draw any more cards yet. I was like, but maybe when we were talking about like creative stuff, maybe that will be an outlet for you, something creative. But I gotta do that inner work, realizing why your patterns with relationships and money are strained in some way, and clearing this up will make you feel better. First of all, draw in so many new relationships and make 2022 way better once you do this. And yes, and I think this will make you realize that you'll go from doing this work, like you'll be in this awful time, you feel trapped. Maybe you're that little kid, you feel trapped in this like turbulent place in your life. And once you do this work, you'll be like going into smoother waters. It's not easy, but it'll be a rough ride, rough surf, but you'll get there when you do this work. And I think it definitely has to, this is kind of confirming to me that's like inner child. Like you can't really see what's going on here, but you see there's a kid and they're getting away from something. And I think you've been hiding, even if you don't know what it is right now. Like I think there's been some suppression of things, or and maybe you're even in a bad situation now. It could be, and it's time to go. It's time to face. It's time to work on yourself inside and your inner child, and this will make life so much better. Cut out toxicities too, I'm seeing. But it's also showing the path of you going to a more peaceful place, which is awesome. And maybe this Knight of Wands will be you with this like new ambitious like energy, like having this like drive to have a better life, this passion again, like or it could be the new friend, new lover, new whoever. But I think for a lot of you, this could be like you after you do this work. You're gonna feel like this newfound passion for life, this newfound energy, this new like just drive to live, like drive, like once you realize that like whatever you go through all the work, deal with the issues, you are going to be able to navigate your life so much better. I'm seeing too with this, and maybe you'll meet someone with this energy once you open up, and that then their like energy will be infectious, and it'll just be so fun. I see the Knight of Wands as a fun card. I took this like quick course on Skillshare that was about all of the court cards being one of the 16 Myers-Briggs types, and I'm actually a Knight of Wands, so I'm like, I could be your new friend, we could chat, but it's the entertainer, the ESFP, that's me. But I think it also, because it's an entertainer, I think it'll draw in these fun, happy people in your life when you've been around this negativity or around no one, or around all these people that didn't really give you the time of day, or like, just like fake friends or something like that. I'm feeling like there's going to be all of a sudden these like fun experiences rushing into your life, or it'll be you rushing into fun experiences, new creative endeavors, new hobbies. You're not afraid. The Knight of Wands not afraid. They do what they want, and they're like, a little wild sometimes, a little like spontaneous, a little like they have like too many goals and ambitions that they can't keep track of them all. They might be like late and stuff, but they're like, they just want to do so much, learn so much, and that'll be you. That'll bring you so many, like, and you'll have all these friends because they'll be like, wow, this person's fun and cool, like they're so like free and open and like happy with themselves, and that'll be you once you go through all this work. So, or the person coming into your life. But I think it could be, for some of you, I think it's you charging into life. I think all of you really, but there could be some Knight of Wands energy coming into your life too, if it's not you. Some fire energy. Maybe you'll go from this like recluse to this Knight of Wands. That's like a pretty major transition. If you go from all this, you go from this person hiding away from life, like having all the broken family, broken don't have any money, like everything's just kind of crumbling. Then they nurture your soul, get yourself out of this bad situation, and then you just ready to take on life. It's like all this good energy just starts to come in. You're excited again. You're happy again. So that's really good. So I hope that resonated with you guys. Let's get some oracle cards quick. So we have Will-o'-the-Wisp, treasures hidden in the shadows. That is crazy. I swear every time I do a reading, I'm always like, this is crazy. Like, it still blows my mind how, obviously we're here because the tarot cards speak to us. Treasures hidden in the shadows. You guys, shadow work is necessary. even if you don't realize it, just like it, we all have to do it once in a while, you know, tap in, see what's going on. What our behaviors are all based on past stuff pretty much, and we have the ability to change them. We just have to do the work, and then treasures lie ahead. And then we have beloved, radical acceptance. Oh my gosh, and this goes right by the Knight of Wands. Like, once you do the shadow work, figure out what to do, accept yourself, make changes that are needed, and accept love from other people and not hide away anymore, it'll be so amazing. Maybe the Knight of Wands is a hot new romance. For some of you, I think it is. And it's number 2, which is, you know, the 2 become 1. I just got that Spice Girls head in my song right now. But okay, now 2 more oracle cards. Your commitment is being tested. Maybe this has to do with commitment to yourself, kind of. I feel like I just got that. Your commitment is being tested. I think you might start to do the shadow work, and this is your spirit being like, you know, it's 1 week check-in. Are you still doing it? Because it's the first quarter moon. So it's tough. It is. But you got to take the first step, and I think you got to remind yourself. Set a reminder on your phone right now for a week ahead and check in with your progress, okay? No matter what you take from this or do, like, just be like, oh, yeah, there's something I listened to that day that I should look into. I just got that message. I think you guys should know that. I think we're about at the first quarter moon, almost. I think on the 10th, too. First quarter moon, you know, that solar eclipse just happened, emotions are high. That's really weird. This one is full moon eclipse, though, but it says conclusions are within reach. Yes. Things are gonna come together for you, and you have the tools to do so. You just need to stay committed to the cause, do the work, love yourself, nurture yourself, and you'll allow in all this other love. And yeah, in the full moon, you see the light, like in the Hermit, you know, there's a little bit of light, and you know, like, you know, you gotta follow that, do that shadow work, follow the light, realize what your guides are trying to teach you, try and grow from it, and then you'll be so visible to the rest of the world, and all these new loving relationships will come in, and it'll be awesome and beautiful. Oh, I know it's hard. Oh my god, there were so many heavy messages, but I feel like even when I did the weekly reading, it was about shadow work this week. If you guys didn't see that, I'll link that down below. But the theme, at least the week I'm filming this, I do weekly energy readings, and it was all about shadow work. So if you guys missed that, I'll link it down below. I think you might have a message in there for sure, because it just came to me, and it's very relevant and timely. So angel number 2020. You guys, that's crazy, because the last group we had in our pet numbers, my angel, like, my guides talk to me in a lot of ways, but like numbers is how it started. So maybe the year 2020 means something to you. Like, I mean, like, maybe that's when shit hit the fan for like all of us, but let's look at what that's gotta be a strong spirit number. So it's like 2 plus. Yeah, I'm just gonna look up on my phone really quick, and I always encourage you guys to look up the spirit numbers too, and leave a comment down below so we can get further messages from it. And I think your guys will have something just for you there too. So, oops, I'm just typing in 2020. That's crazy. The last group was 11, just one. Oh my god. A sign of huge potential. Changes are about to enter your life. It's a sign from your guardian angels that you're well on your way to achieving your set goals. Let's click on it, get more. Sign, I love that. Your guides want you to know that you can take on and succeed what you set your mind to. You just have to set your mind to it, and set a reminder too. And you're well on your way. They're confirming to you that in the future you will achieve your goals. Your talents and abilities will enable you to make all your dreams come true. Your guides are on your side. I already knew that. They're talking to me loud and clear. They're sending some heavy messages, but powerful and life-changing, you guys. You need their wisdom, your guides' wisdom, to forge ahead in life. A new chapter is coming into your life, and you need it to ready for the same. Change is inevitable. You cannot avoid the same, so you need to change. Yes, change is needed, adjustments needed. Do not be afraid of forging ahead into the future with your head held high. Leave the past behind you and focus on what is in front of you. Yes. Ah, that is a powerful message. It's heavy, I know, but this is great. I think we've got, like, with the eclipse season and everything, all this stuff going on, and a new year coming, and 2022, I feel like it's been really hard for pretty much all of us in different ways, but it's a clear sign that we have to do the work and make next year such a better one. And I know it will be. We just have to put the work in, and you got this. Your guys are there with you. Emmy made herself, like, present for the first time. She's like, yes, we got this. Now go do it so I can hang out with my cat mom. But I wish you guys nothing but the best. I hope this resonated with you. I think Karen's about to shut off. But please leave a comment down below if this resonated, what you got from the angel number 2020. And if you think anyone else could find this helpful, please share. And yeah, I'll link anything down below I mentioned, like the energy reading. And if I forgot, it's just right on my channel, probably the most recent video. But I'll try my best not to. But this is gonna be a really long video. But yeah, I think each group had really intense messages that could probably all work together, but they're all different too. So sorry if you're going through a rough time and you have to do this intense work, but it will be so good for you. And I think you have a great future ahead of you. And I love you guys so much. And I will see you super soon. Bye.